when he wants to share his story. In any case, I do want to put this and keep this up on my page so it's a record. That part. I want this live to go exist in my live section because my mini I just want his story to be out there because parents, single moms, listen to your children, please. You know, when the deadbeats come around, because you know, either deadbeats come around, like I said in a short, because they ain't got no place to live, stuff is going bad, they down and out, and they want to now shack up with you. If they got multiple baby mamas, they want to try to go to the one the closest to them and all this nonsense they be trying to do. Those that know, they know. That's never happened to me. But in this case, this person, for whatever reason, and I have to say it again, um, before my son's 12th birthday last year, I got him a NYC public library card. Okay. Then on his actual birthday, that he shares with me, because he was born on my birthday, God is good. He knew he was doing it, and that's why I take care of my mini, love my mini. He know he is loved. He's right here. I just show his face like that, because my mini, I want him to have his privacy. He's a child. Yeah. But he can talk his stuff, and he can talk all he want and share what he want to share.
Yes, I can.
So, and I want him to share it because, ooh, child. In any case, on his birthday, MIA sperm donor, MIA sperm donor, MIA meaning really, truly, in no way, shape, or form does this man show up for his child. He wants to say our child. I'm gonna say his child, our child, with quotations because he hasn't done a thing. Before my son was maybe, before he was 1, what he had done was gotten a bag of Pampers and one Hoister carrier thing. That was it. After 1 year old, there's nothing he ever contributed to my son's well-being. Day to day, nothing. Never gave me pocket change, never helped with formula, because I couldn't breastfeed for so long. So after that, I needed to buy formula. And in any case, I know the WIC program exists, and I did utilize that at any point, whether it's I needed it for baby formula or just I was doing more natural things. So I was always blending things to drink it and everything and making sure my baby, when he could eat, solid foods, whatnot, he had smoothies and whatnot, fruits and veggies, because texture was a thing for him. Anyway, shape, form. My son has had evaluations, all type of things that's going on with my child. This man knows nothing about. Nothing about my son likes, dislikes, nothing about his medical, nothing he knows. Nothing he could care less, essentially, too. It's reality, because if he cared, he'd be present in some way, shape, or form. If he cared, whenever he had $1, he would contribute, which is going to be the funny part, because this deadbeat told my son something.
Hello, Courtney. Hi.
Hey, just talking about, I made this live not for kids, my child is here, but he's 13. I want him to share.
Hi.
My son saying hi. I want my son to share what he experienced last year when the deadbeat reached out to him. And that's just what it is. This deadbeat reached out to my son on his 12th birthday and said the most ridiculous thing to the child of his that he has not been there for 10 years. Okay, hi everybody. Hear my son tell his tale. I'm not gonna show his face because I like to protect his privacy, but my son is very articulate. He's gonna break down what happened. Oh, my son will say it now. Tell him what happened on your 12th birthday.
So on my 12th birthday, before the incident, he was just talking, complimenting my mother, which I was like, okay. I was gaining the slightest bit of respect for him because maybe he changed. Maybe he bettered himself. But then one day...
Because multiple days, starting on his birthday, he kept calling.
But then one day, out of the blue, he was talking about what he did after he went MIA. He was talking about how he got multiple jobs at successful companies, and I was like, good for you.
Say that louder, please.
He got multiple jobs at successful companies. He didn't see what the successful companies were, so I doubt they were very notable, but... But then he started talking about how he got with much better looking women.
Say that again. Now, your father, who ain't been in your life for 10 years, when he reached out last year, he told you what?
He said he got with much better looking women.
What the fuck is that? Why is that something you tell the child you ain't been supporting and been there for in any way, shape, or form? Why would you tell your child, I've been with better looking women since your mother? Who the fuck does that? Who in their right mind? The person can't be in their right mind. That's who, right? Go ahead, my baby. Continue on. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I was just confused there. So
hey, Courtney. Yeah, my sperm donor. Yeah, the sperm donor said that to my child. Yeah, MIA sperm donor. I try. Listen, I rarely get on live. I rarely talk about this man because he ain't much of a man. But I always try to warn people. This man has impregnated many women within NYC. I was impregnated in 2012. I worked with the man. I thought he was okay mentally in every way.
He was not.
I didn't know his criminal background at the time. Listen, there's shit I didn't know. His family came to me and told me never leave my child alone with him. His own family told me that. Then I looked him up and I saw his criminal record and I saw why he should never be alone with a child. Peep that. I tell women all the time, young, beautiful women, do background checks. Come out of pocket or find the prison websites. You gotta know something. You gotta know something about the man you crushing on that you like, whatever. You gotta do your background check. That's all I gotta say, because you will never know. People will lie their ass off. They got family who actually cap for them as well. Mamas be out here acting like their sons ain't shit. They be acting like their son's a good person and all that. You gotta do your own background check and protect yourself. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Go ahead, son.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So at first I was just like, why are you saying this? But then he kept ragging on you. He was like, she is ugly, disgusting, nasty, look like a troll, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Why are you telling me this? I don't want to hear this. I made sure I told him
My
that.
son just turned 12 last year. Why did he call for the first time in 10 years and just rag on me to our son?
I was like, what is the purpose of you telling me this? Why do I need to know this? And this person ignored me. He just ignored me when I said that. He was just like, and then just kept telling me, and I was like, stop. And he kept going.
I didn't have the speaker on. I really was too trusting. I was thinking this man can't be gotten worse. You know, I thought he was.
He freaking did.
For him to reach out. But then the fact of the matter is, he actually told my son one detail. Again, I had got my son a NYC Brooklyn Public Library card just a few days before his B-Day. And what happened? What did he say to you about the library?
He said that someone he was with worked at a library.
Things that make you go, So I'm like, you got people stalking, looking. Mind you, I lived in the same house for 10 plus years with family raising my child that I had by this man, who was bouncing between the boroughs and NYC. Even went upstate at some point. I got a baby up there too. My son was only my son was born preemie in June, came home in September. In September, I found out this man had another woman pregnant. Every year after that, I took screenshots of the social media things. Every year after that, he had another person pregnant. That's why I tell people, listen, there are men out here, everything that look good ain't good. Everything that glitter ain't gold. He was really fit, dark chocolate man. He's very attractive. Now I won't say he's so attractive. My son is the attractive one that got both our genes and will be a decent man. That thing, he then fell off, and he fell off way. And I don't ever talk negative. I've never ever spoken negative about this man. I always tell my son, pray for him. I always tell my son, pray for the person who's not here, who should have been here. Pray for him, because maybe God got to work with him in his life to make him a good man and possible father one day. Have I not said pray for him?
Mm-hmm. You said
that's all I've ever said about this man who's MIA, leaving me and it's okay. Like, you left me with that. I have to raise. He actually told me once, good luck raising our son.
That's stupid. That is stupid.
I just said, okay, I'm up for a challenge always, and this is my child. Like, hey, forget the our part is mine, and my child was born on my birthday. I took it as a sign from God. Like, my child was given to me on my birthday. You thought I wasn't gonna be a good mom? First time mom, and I did my big one. I made sure my son have everything he need. I made sure I got every little therapy he need. It was never gonna be my son is struggling in some way, shape, or form, and I don't go get everything he need. Every type of help, anything he's ever needed, I got that. I made sure he's good. Period. And I'm sorry, I don't know who's here right now, but I'm just sharing this story because I want women, young women especially, do not just be out here looking at people who look good. Don't be tricked out here by someone who looks good.
Aren't everything.
It's really not. It's nice if someone looks attractive to you, but please pray on it. Something my younger sister then told me, and she had been praying for years for a good man. She was praying for years for a good man, and she literally prayed about certain things she wanted a man to God. Like, I've never sat there and really thought me pray to God about how I want someone, and I won't say tall because that height don't matter to me. But let's say you want to be a stickler and be like, I want a tall man like most women. Well, pray about having a tall man, but that's not the thing that really matters. She said a kind-hearted man, compassionate, a patient man. She prayed for certain things like that. Characteristics of a man, excuse me for the alert. Characteristics of a man you would want. She prayed for specifically. Hi. Hanging with
Harmony. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Looks can sure be deceiving. There's a lot of good-looking people out here. Like, Women can put on the makeup and put on whatever hair and lashes, do your nails up. You can do all that, but what's going on in the inside? A man could work out, have hard rock abs. He could be the complexion that turns you on. Because let's be for real. Some
Ugh.
people like dark men. Some people like light. It's whatever your preference is at the end of the day. I don't want to say colorism because that's a whole nother thing. It's usually among black people. But at the end of the day, we all have a preference actually. It's literally a preference. Like you know who you look at in a crowd of people, that's your preference. So whatever that is, you see them, but are they okay? Are they okay mentally? Are they a good person deep down inside? That's what matters. Even if you work with somebody, and usually I would say, from my own experience, don't. Like they say, don't shop where you should. Excuse me. Don't try to pick somebody, a significant other to date who you work with. Okay, y'all just did that as a coworker. Excuse me. Just make that a coworker and call it a day. That's my advice. Hi everybody. Hi Tinsley. Hanging with Harmony and Corsi. Yes, for real. Like I was younger in my 20s, okay, because I was my 27th birthday when I had my son in 2012. I'm 40 years old now, so you know I know a little something, okay, and I haven't dated in years. Like I practice abstinence and I don't date. I don't want just anyone around my child. I'm not bringing anybody and anyone just to my. I don't know why women don't think about how you have a child, no matter their age, right? But let's say they under 18. I don't know how they so confident on bringing some opposite sex into their house. Like you don't know what that man could really be on if you ain't done your background check and known him that long. And people be all willy-nilly dating as mothers and bringing them back to the home where their children sleep. I ain't the one. My child ain't ever had to worry about it. He never will. He gonna be a grown man when he see me walking arm in arm with another man.
Yep.
He ain't gonna see it. It's not like I don't want to show him that can happen, but I literally just want him to know I'm focused on him. I had him. They work out between me and his father. I put it out there why, very clearly why. For the first time, I don't talk about stuff like that, but man, I just said, I talked about it in the post because I shared the post, someone else's content, SG commentary. Check her page out. She really put that stuff up there where she's reacting to a woman who works at a nursing home, and particularly the black woman who works at a nursing home, paid attention and saw that all these black men in the nursing home were not getting visits. Why is that? Don't no one in their family love them and care about them? Well, let's see. Were they like some of the black men today who talk bad about black women, who say black women be lonely, they're this and that, and da da da? Specifically black, because the black community is the black community, and they be black in community, and like I said, and you know, black men want to say all this stuff negative about black women, and sometimes black women say too much negative about black men specifically, but the fact that you look at, she's like pointing out in a nursing home, only on Mother's Day and only throughout the year do you see people coming in for black women in nursing home. You don't see anybody coming in and giving a fuck about black men in a nursing home. And she said she dares anybody, she tells you, go on Mother's Day to the nursing home near you. She said you can see for your own eyes. Go, I guess you can just park up, ride a bike past a nursing home on Mother's Day and see the back and forth, see the traction, see what's going on. And then pop up around the same nursing home on Father's Day and see the lack thereof of back and forth in and out the doors and whatnot. She said it's a total difference. And that should make people change their life. Like, stop being a deadbeat. Stop thinking you could take people for granted, use up women, and then at a certain age say, now I want to marry a woman.
Excuse me, I thought this was my story.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, my baby. I just wanted to throw that out there. But my son, I wanted you to share that. But I think you finished it though. Like you basically.
No,
I'm sorry.
There's more to it.
Oh, there's more to the story with the deadbeat talking to him last year on his birthday. Go ahead.
He kept saying it, and I was like, wait.
He kept saying what exactly?
He kept saying how you were ugly and just weren't good to look at. The woman he was with after you was so much better. Blah 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 blah. Kooky, crazy stuff. So I was just like, bruh, okay, stop. So I told him, okay, mom can hear you. Even though you couldn't, I just told him that so he could shut the frick up. I was like, my mom can hear you. And the switch up, he went from, ooh, that woman, ooh, to, I love her so much. That's my girl. He legit said, that's my girl. And I laughed so hard.
You should have left.
I laughed so hard. I was laughing.
Cringe.
It was so cringe. But I had already had experience with him doing stuff like that because the woman he was with, I had heard her in the background of the calls just being like, whenever he would compliment my mom, and then he would start throwing insults at my mom. So I was like, he was being forced.
I let the man talk to our child, because I always say my child. The minute I say my child, he's so offended. But
you haven't been there.
I really don't know what deadbeats think. They don't think children get older and have their own opinion on the whole situation. Do these deadbeats think that the children they wasn't there for is going to be there for them when they get old and age?
You haven't been there. I barely even know you. What is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's weird. Hi, Tinsley. I don't know when you got here, but we just took. I just wanted to share this because I want to put this up on my page. I want this to be a permanent live because my son, he wasn't gonna ever tell me that the deadbeat that finally reached out to him last year because my number been the same since 2012. His number on the other line, on the other hand, has changed multiple times. He's always had a different number. Imagine somebody trying to encourage you to let your son go with a man whose number is never constantly the same. It's always changing.
Oh yeah, that too.
Like, and but no one has. No one's been crazy. His own family told me never leave my child alone with him. That's all they need to tell me. My son was like only a couple months old when they told me that. I said, thank you for letting me know. Or some months old to be exact. June, July, August. Yeah, he was like 4 or 5 months when his family told me that. The father side told me, don't leave my child alone with the man. Okay, thank you. And if anybody's gonna ignore that and still leave their child alone because he's the father, you're crazy. You're crazy. I ain't trying to be one of those stories. I was never trying to be one of those where the father drowned the kid, beat the child to death. It was never gonna be me.
Gosh.
The family told me one time. I said, "Thank you for looking out." I mean, it would have nice. They told me way before when they saw me just date him. They could have told me, "Run. He did this and X, Y, Z, and that's why he was in prison." It would have been nice that they told me that. Would have been nice.
But if they told you that, I wouldn't.
But then my baby
here.
wouldn't have been here. So see, God is good. I got to learn what it is to be a mother. Love someone besides myself. Learn what public school is all about. What be going on in NYC public schools. Oh, I learned a lot because of my child. Mwah, love you too. My baby know I love him and I'm there for him. And I'm the one. I'm right it up. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But a sperm donor.
We don't talk about him.
We don't talk about sperm. No. And I always have told my child just pray for him. But now at this point, since he came out, my son told me exactly the words he said over the phone with him last year, and I wasn't even prying. I was just like, let me give him that. Let my son have this experience and not be in his memory bank. How his father sounded when he was 12 over the phone and what questions he asked him. I'm thinking there was a little bit of wholesomeness going on from the back and forth I could hear because at least was in the room. But my goodness, I really was trying to give like my son getting older, and he's so smart and articulate. I know if there's something he needed to tell me, he would tell me. But I see my son is also in a way where he feels like why did you not tell me till like a couple days ago?
Because I thought if I told you, you would lash out and maybe say something against him.
In that moment, back then,
which would give him more attention.
If my son had told me that this man was calling me ugly and stuff, and he got better women last year, would I have given a fudge? I wouldn't have, my baby.
Well, I didn't know at that time. I thought you would just go off, and I was like, who knows what could happen, considering he said that he probably stalked us via someone who was in the library.
Yeah, he probably just stalked us.
If he stalked us, who knows what he could do if you make him angry. So that's why I was...
Oh, so you me go off or him go off then?
You go off, which in turn would make him go off, and I didn't want him to go off, considering he had connections, so... That's why I just didn't
Listen,
tell
my
you.
son felt it best to not even tell me the words this man said over the phone to him, but also my son is intelligent to know that this didn't make any sense.
I was still confused because afterwards, after that moment, he would go back to complimenting you, and I was like, wait, what? What the fuck?
I don't know why he couldn't just reach out and ask questions pertaining to you. How are you? What are things you like?
He did. He also was.
Then you're off the call if you have nothing to say after that. You know what I mean? You don't talk about. Don't talk about me.
And after that moment, the calls became really short. He would be like, "Hi," I'd be like, "Yeah, that's great," and then just hang up because he doesn't respect me. He doesn't even respect us. So why would I stay on the phone with you? Why would I stay on the phone with someone who doesn't respect me or you? What kind of
I'm happy you know that. High five. Don't get people who ain't worth your time, and that could be anybody. I just want you to know it could be family in this case. This is a blood-related person, the person who help you be here. But if they mentally not well, they're not respected, they ain't got no bounds, they don't understand the things they should say and shouldn't say. You know, they don't understand. Or they do understand, don't give up. Yeah, you say, okay, I'm not gonna have you in my, yeah, you can stay over there. Like,
way over there.
And that's how I treat a lot of people. It don't matter if they're family or not. If it's a family member is out of pocket, you over there. I love you from a distance. I don't know. A lot of people be so much happier, I'm telling you. But all right, I just wanted to have this live to share publicly on my live section because my son told me that's exactly what happened on this call last year with the Deadbeat. Okay, somebody was hanging with Hermione. Oh, did she mean to say hi a bunch of times? Oh, that was earlier on.
Yeah.
Well, any case, thank you guys who did tune in. I appreciate it. Wanted to get this out there because, thank you, my baby, for sharing with me. And then you wanted to go ahead and go live with it so I can have this content and post it.
Oh, goodness.
Because these weirdos want to find this account. Yeah, I wonder what anyone else would say about a parent who's MIA finally reaching out just
And
to
ratting
put down
on you.
just to put down the other parent to the child. Like, what are we doing?
How does that make sense in any way, shape, or form? Bro is stupid. Why does he think that's gonna make me like, no, no.
Later.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, I'm pushing X.
Yeah. Now bye.